Well, I guess it's Halloween. I was out and about today and I had some time to kill, and there was an antique mall that I've been into before that I figured, I've got 35, 45 minutes to kill. Why not stroll through there, see what I could find? Antique malls are relatively hit or miss. You don't always know what they're gonna have. Each booth is owned individually. It's hard to barter with the prices if they seem a little high, which they can be these days. It's just how collecting is going. However, I was really happy with the stuff that I found and the prices for which I found them. And they all kind of have a theme, actually, believe it or not. It's middle of September. As of recording this video, I'm in the mood for Halloween. Hell, I'm in the mood for Halloween year-round. I mean, I've got horror stuff in my collection that's displayed year-round, but come late August, 1st of September, I really get the urge to kind of go out and see what the stores have, even though the offerings that the drugstores have and Target and stuff these days is not nearly what it used to be. You can find some decent stuff, but I just thought, let's see what this antique mall has, because sometimes the booths will put out Halloween-related collectibles to kind of get everyone in the mood. And so, most of what I found could be categorized as Halloween, spooky season type things. There's one thing that I found, you can make an argument maybe that it is, but not necessarily. So let's look and see what I found. So the first thing that caught my attention was this Skeeto figure. And this is from the Sectaurus line by Coleco, I believe 1984. A line that I vaguely remember as a kid. I didn't have any of the figures, but a couple years ago, I got the reissues from Nacelle at Walmart for super cheap. They're on discount. And once I picked them up, I was like, dude, I kind of dig these. So it made me go back and kind of look at some of the other figures in the line. And really, the real winners of the line are the bad guys. And so I've been on the lookout for one of the bad guys. And Skeeto may not be my first choice, but for like $7, the price that I found it for, you can't beat it. It doesn't come with any accessories. It's in really great shape. And so I'll throw it up next to my reissues figures, and I'll continue to be on the lookout for some of the vintage ones from the 80s by Coleco. Especially, I can't remember, there's another one that kind of looks like he has a spider face. I can't think of it now.
General Spytrax, will heroic Dargon be caught in his web? Watch the next episode of Sectaurs by Coleco.
But neat figure, falls into that sort of creepy creature, spooky season Halloween thing. But I was really happy to find this. Okay, so this next thing doesn't really fall into the category of spooky, scary, but you can make an argument, and I'll get to that in a minute. This is the Video Changer figure by Toy Island. This is 1992. So basically what it is, these figures have a little screen on their face, and you hit these buttons, and the LED LCD screen sort of animates, and they say different phrases. I'm not sure if this one still works. I'll have to try to get some batteries to throw on the back and see if it still does. I'm thinking it probably doesn't. But I remember having one of these, but didn't have the screen on the face. These kind of scale with the Rambo figures. And the argument that I'm making of how it could be spooky season is it does remind me of a Space Marine, maybe, or someone from the Nostromo crew going out there and doing some research on some extraterrestrial life forms. So it does kind of play into that a little bit. And I got to looking at these after I picked it up, and they're not expensive. They're relatively easy to find, and there's a few more in this Video Changers line that I really like. So I'll definitely be on the lookout for those to add to, maybe one or two more. But I do like this. Again, it kind of reminds me of something from Doom, maybe Alien, or I don't know, but it's just a kind of a quirky figure that came out in the 90s. Toy Island did all sorts of quirky stuff like that. Like I said, it does scale with that Rambo size figure that we've seen in the past, but I do like it, and it was in decent shape. We'll have to see if it works, but I think it'll be kind of neat to kind of maybe go down that route and pick some of these up along the way to add to my collection. All right, and this next thing, I have no idea who manufactured this, who made it. I tried to do some research online quick, couldn't really find much, but the one thing I did see is it's not easily come by, and it's this Frankenstein foam head. Now, originally, if you put batteries in this, it would kind of shake and make all these crazy sounds. I attempted to do that because I did have some AA batteries. It didn't work, sadly. It was being sold as is, so I kind of thought about that going into it, but it was $20. Not bad for something that's just really not that common and in decent shape for it being foam. This has to be late 80s, early 90s, I don't really know. And maybe I'll tinker with the electronics in there, maybe clean it up, see if I can get it to work. If not, it's not the end of the world. It'll look great displayed in here. It's got a nice green color, but I'll throw it up next to my Universal Boris Karloff Frankenstein mask, and I think it'll look great up there. But really, really neat, and something that I've never seen before and may never see again. 20 bucks. I'm not passing it up, even though the sound and vibration mechanism is not working. Unfortunate, but I really like it. Definitely something fun for the spooky season. And lastly, the find of the day. The find of maybe for some time, I think. Maybe not. The Talking Crypt Keeper figure from Ace Novelty. It's like 92, 93. Okay, so the Tales from the Crypt Keeper cartoon was one of my favorite cartoons in the early 90s.
Tales from the Crypt Keeper.
And I have the complete line of figures that came out. I believe it's Ace Novelty as well. I'll have to double check. But they also did these larger size talking figures. And if I had my druthers, initially I thought I'd like to have it in a tuxedo. But I think this one's a little less common. And actually, I like the vibe of Vacation Crypt Keeper. It just looks a little bit different. And this one still talks. How great is this? And especially since I was a big fan of that cartoon, it did come in its box. The box was in decent shape considering that it's 30-something years old at this point in time. Also inside the box, and I thought this was really cool, there was something else included in there, was this little advertisement for the Tales from the Crypt Keeper VHS tapes. Now I kind of want to track these down. You can still watch this show. You can stream it. Maybe Amazon Prime, maybe Paramount Plus. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember. But I love this little advertisement. I love advertisement things like this. There's a good chance that if you were to find one of these, this is long since gone. But what does it say here?
That's right, Crypto Kitties. For the first time ever, you can now chill out with the beastly best of my frightful, successful animated TV series. I think it was pretty successful. It ran for a couple of seasons, I think. But it's a fun cartoon if you've never seen it. A neat little something. Hell, I may even frame this and hang it. Not opposed. Or put it up next to my Crypt Keeper, Tales from the Crypt Keeper figures, Ace Novelty. Let's see, what other phrases does this thing say? Greetings, Fright Fangs. I think that's what it says. It says on the box. It's got a little mobility. It's in great shape. It looks like it had been kept in the box. I actually had to cut out the little wire things. But like I said, initially I kind of thought the Tuxedo Crypt Keeper would have been cooler. But doing a little bit of research, I think this one's a bit harder to find. And I like the vacation vibe. It's just a little something different, right? Everyone needs even the Crypt Keeper needs a vacation. Everyone needs some time off. That's gotta be hard work. That dusty, slimy, cobweb-ridden crypt, laughing, all that. It's good to find him taking some time off. But really awesome. I already got a spot for it. I was so happy. This was the one thing that was inevitably coming home with me. The other things I was on the fence about, but the prices were just too good to pass up. All in all, I think I got everything for what normally the Crypt Keeper in the box with that little advertisement would probably sell for. So I think I came out pretty good. This is maybe the first of several Halloween-themed videos this year. It may be tough. We got a trip planned in October. I do have some ideas of some things that I want to talk about in October, so we'll see. But I thought it would be fun to do a video of just from a perspective of out hunting for collectibles. I've done these videos before. It's nothing new. But I want to do more of them. I think they're a lot of fun. And especially just having that itch to scratch for Halloween spooky stuff. You know what? If I'm out and about, wherever it may be that looks like a place of interest, let me see if I can't find some stuff too. I couldn't be happier with the stuff that I did find. So viewers, let me know. Do you have any of these? Would you pick any of them up? Would love to hear some feedback from you. are these things that maybe you would have picked up on. But I'm pretty excited. I've got a package being delivered here soon of some items that I've had on pre-order for a while. I'm super thrilled to talk about those, so be on the lookout for that here coming up very soon. I can't thank each and every one of you enough for joining the conversation, talking about all the nostalgic stuff that we love. It's great. So I enjoy the conversation. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. And it's like I say at the end of all my videos, let's be kind as we rewind and fast forward through time. Thank you so much for stopping by 2 Day Rentals.